A Duluth hospital is making medical visits a little bit easier thanks to some furry friends.
Yeah, St. Luke's pet therapy program is aimed at patients spending a lot of time in the hospital.
Northern News Now's Jack Wiener tells us more about those therapy dogs and the people they help.
Hospital visits can be time-consuming, particularly for those with ongoing treatment. But dogs like Tasia can help pass the time, and their impact is far beyond that. St. Luke's introduced their pet therapy program earlier this year, focusing on patients with extended stays or frequent appointments. The hospital has 2 certified volunteer therapy dogs with alternating schedules, so for 2 hours each week, patients can schedule an appointment with a furry friend.
Yeah!
Tasia's owner, Angie Rowland, says dogs can help patients in ways that people can't.
You know, the nurses here, the doctors, the physical therapists are awesome, but I mean, nobody wants to be in the hospital. So Tasia brings them something to work for.
Rowland says patients are more likely to keep up with and even enjoy their appointments when having a dog by their side. Inpatient therapy can take a lot of time and effort for people, but for Tasia, it's second nature. In Duluth, Jack Wiedner, Northern News Now.
Tough assignment for Jack today. Roland says her dog adapts to the patients she works with. Coming up tonight at 10, we see how Tasia is helping a 4-year-old with special needs come out of his shell.